beautiful friends. We're in day 20. Can you freaking believe it? I cannot. This has just flown by, but it's been so much fun. So, and we've still got all the rest of April. So I'm not, reflecting too much yet. All right, today is super fun. It may be a little bit vulnerable, maybe a little bit difficult. It's okay, whatever you're feeling, totally valid. Today, we are writing, do I have something on my, I can't tell. Today, we are writing love notes to ourselves. Now, yesterday, I gave you a bunch of ideas about writing a love note to someone else. And some of those were really quick and simple, like a post-it type thing. I want you to take a bit more time with your love note to yourself. I want you to make it what you need to hear, what you want to hear. What are the things you most want to tell yourself, even though sometimes they don't feel true? And that's okay. Write it down anyway. Telling yourselves these things is going to make a difference whether or not you 100% believe it. So mine, I'm gonna write this evening because I got some alone time tonight. Very excited. And it's gonna include some stuff about body image, right? It's gonna include some stuff about beauty. It's gonna include some stuff about perseverance and being able to do the things I wanna do and get where my goals are, because they're big and huge and I'm not there yet, but I'm gonna get there. So think about the things that are most important to you about yourself. Maybe it's some of the things that there's some mean self-talk about. Your inner mean girl is telling you that you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not thin enough, you're too thin, you're too smart, you're too old, you're too young, whatever it is. Write a love note to yourself. Say to yourself that none of those things are true. And even if in your mind you don't fully believe it, that's okay. You're starting to create these new connections, these new little grooves in your brain, and they're going to become more and more believable the more that you say them out loud. And that includes writing them down on paper. So, if you want to make it a gorgeous piece of art, do it. If you want to get a notebook paper out and a pen, do it. If you want to type it on your computer, do it. However you want to do it is totally up to you, and it's totally fine. But I want you to think about some of the mean talk that you say to yourself and tell yourself the opposite. All the really good things about those mean girl things. I say mean things about my body, but my body is fucking strong and it's determined and it has carried me through so many amazing adventures. So the things like that, turn it around. And there are some things that are easy to tell ourselves. Put those in the love letter too. Remind yourself of the things that you love most about yourself and are easy for you to love. This is both. You get to have all of it. Just because something is easy doesn't mean it's not just as valuable. I think we get stuck there sometimes. So if it's easy for you to be like, yeah, I'm super smart, nobody can take that away, I never doubt it, put that in there, Or if you know how determined you are, or you're an amazing singer, or whatever it is, put it in this love note. I want this to be a whole look at all of the things about you that are lovable. And if you're having a really hard time and today it's just going to be a one sentence thing, then think about I love you because you exist. I love you because you're you. Talk to yourself as though you're another person. Write this as though you're writing to someone else. Dear Colleen, dear Samantha, dear Annie, whoever it is, your name. Put it in there and think about all the things that you would say to another loved one and say them to yourselves. This is so important and it's actually really fun and it becomes a keepsake. And if you do this exercise maybe quarterly or a couple times a year or yearly, you get to look back and see like the progression, see how much it grows and expands, see how much easier it is for you to include so much in this love note to yourself. And like I said, if you're having a hard time with it, that's okay. Do what you can. Something is better than nothing. Post about it if you want to. That way you'll be entered to win prizes. But if you don't want to, that's okay. Still do the exercise. Just keep it for yourself. This challenge is about loving yourself. And so I don't care if you share it or if you don't. I mean, I do. I love to see it. I love it when you share. But I want you to feel better about yourself. I want your self-love to be better. So do it however works for you. Reach out if you need some support. I'm happy to coach you through something. Just let me know. I'm here for you. And I love this group. Reach out to someone else in the group. If I don't do it for you, but somebody else in the group has said something nice, feel free to send them a message. This is totally a community. We're all amazing people and we're all here to support each other. So please reach out and use the community that you have if you're struggling on today's prompt or any other. And I just can't tell you how grateful I am that you're all here with me and that we're all on this self-love journey together, because it's really my passion, it's my mission, it's my life's purpose to help women love themselves more, because it changes everything. It changes your whole life when your self-love is at 1,000. Like, it just changes everything. And how bad is that? I love myself more. Why isn't that a worthy goal? It absolutely is. And in this group, no one will ever tell you different. And if they do, you let me know. So I hope to the bottom of my heart that you are enjoying this and that it's being useful and that you are loving yourself. So write that love note to yourself today. Take care of yourself if it feels really vulnerable. Let me know if you need help. I love you all. You all are worthy and amazing, and I cannot wait to see what those of you who choose to share. Bye, friends.